In today's video, I'll be telling you guys about every single LEGO Star Wars minifigure and set you guys should buy before September 21st when Andor premieres. Let's get into it, guys. So yes, guys, just like I did for the Kenobi show, I will do one of these for Andor and probably for every other movie and TV show that comes out for Star Wars. I really do like this type of series, and just kind of sitting here, discussing with you guys, what is going up in value now, what has gone up in value, what can we expect from Andor, some of the rumored minifigures and characters that will appear in Andor, and really just kind of get ahead of the curve right now, and pay as low as prices as possible for these minifigures and sets. So we have a few kind of guaranteed ones, of course, that are pretty obvious ones. And then we have quite a few kind of rumored ones that, if they do show up in, Andor out of the blue, will definitely go up in price. So let's get into it, guys, with a couple of the guaranteed ones. I think, of course, Mon Mothma, that is a give me right here. We can already tell Mon Mothma's gone up, to about a $25 brand new minifigure, and the market is very small on her. There's only about, I think, 11 sellers in the U.S. over on Bricklink. And, again, for a new condition, beautiful one, you're looking at about $25 to $30, when just about 2 months ago, before the initial Andor teaser, she was pushing about $12 to $15. So already about double in price. Very few sellers right now. So I personally picked up mine right now while I could, and I recommend you guys do as well, since I do not doubt for a second once she starts getting into a few episodes of Andor and a little bit more of a main character there, and we get to see her more, that she will probably be at least maybe a $40 minifigure for a while until a new one comes out. So there's the first one, guys. Then we've also got the blue coat Andor. So the reason why I say that, both the old Andors went up in value before the new one got revealed in the new set, but that one is in the kind of dark brown coat. We don't know for a fact if Andor is going to wear the dark blue coat and jacket in the show. Who knows? But I think for what it's worth, if you want to have the complete Andor collection, I think for the fact of the matter, the new one is wearing the dark brown jacket, so the older one's kind of obsolete right now. That the dark blue coat one is definitely one you guys should pick up if you guys want to complete your Andor collection. And again, on the off chance he wears that dark blue coat in there, it'll definitely make more people want to go and get that one. So I definitely think getting ahead of the curve on that one is in your best benefit. Let's move on, guys, to some of kind of the rumored characters right here and some of the minifigures that just kind of makes sense. First off the bat, guys, we got a couple Imperial guys right here. We got Agent Kallus, we got Admiral Yularen, and Director Krennic. So those are the three right there where I think out of those three, we will have to see one of the three. Of course, I think Krennic is probably the greatest chance, Yularen being second and then Kallus being third. Krennic and Yularen are already very high in price. Yularen's pushing about $55 right now for a sealed one and about $45 for an open one. And Yularen is one of those where I quite frankly don't know if we will ever get another one in that outfit from him unless it becomes a very main character in one of these shows or the movie, a different movie and stuff like that, because he did die in episode 4. So, long-term longevity for having that minifigure in a new set doesn't really make too much sense. So I think if he shows up now, will probably be that last final time he spikes up very high and might not ever come down. So we got Yularen, guys. Same with Krennic right here. Krennic has a better chance to, I feel like, maybe appearing in another set, whether it's a Rogue One wave remake, or again, he could show up in a Rogue One kind of, a different, spin-off series or different spin-off TV show eventually. And I feel just overall Krennic has a better chance to get re-released, but also a better chance to be in the show. So I definitely think picking him up right now is in your best benefit. Next up, guys, we got Agent Kallus again. This one's a possibility. I guess he's been rumored for about a year or two to be in the show, but nothing really too concrete lately on that. And I can definitely see where they're coming from, getting him, pop up or maybe say his name on an intercom, or, you see him in the background and he looks like Kallus, or just one quick scene with them. I don't think he's going to really take the spotlight at all, but it's definitely one of those where if he pops up for a quick scene or two, all the Rebels guys, all the people that do know who he is, will definitely go pick up his minifigure. So I definitely feel like picking up him right now is better than not. Then moving on, guys, to another one, a pretty obvious one, Bail Organa. If you guys don't have one by now, between everything that went on last year with Bail Organa, everything in Kenobi a couple months ago, then you guys are already kind of missing out. Again, Bail Organa is already pushing about an $80 to $100 minifigure. So again, you're already kind of paying the top of the market, I feel, for him, before they release a new one eventually or anything like that, which they might not ever. I mean, it took them, literally 17 years to make a Bail Organa as is, or 14 years to make one. So who knows? It could take another 14 years, but Bail Organa is another pretty obvious one. Then we've got any of the other Rogue One cast, primarily the main guys, of course, Bodhi Rook, Jyn Erso. I doubt we're going to see Jyn Erso in here, but Bodhi Rook, I think, is the highest possibility since he was Imperial, before he turned, he used to be an Imperial pilot. Then we've also got, Baze Malbus, Sharut Imwe. All those guys are definitely a possible chance of showing up in there. but I would not make any bets on that. I think out of all those guys, Jyn Erso will probably be the last to show up in there. I just don't think they're going to be able to get Felicity Jones back for a quick scene without, either us hearing about it beforehand, or I feel like she's probably the most cost-prohibitive actor to get back into a quick TV show. So I'm not too sure on that. I don't know, unless she really liked playing the character, which I don't remember offhand. Then we've also got, I got a quick winner here, Anton Merrick, just kind of another named pilot that we could see in the Rebellion. He was only in Rogue One, and he was only in the Advent Calendar. Pretty expensive minifigure now. He's pushing about $8-10 right now. Used to only be like a $2 to $3 minifigure, but there's always the chance we'll see him again, so there is that. Then we've also got here, guys, another Rebels character, Hera Syndulla. So this is another one that's been kind of rumored for a while here, guys, for about a year or so, ever since the initial Andor reports came out. And this one kind of makes sense. We definitely could see Hera Syndulla, especially if you guys have seen the Ahsoka series trailer. They apparently do have an actress already to play Hera. Hera is in the Ahsoka series, so whether or not they're going to spoil that and put her into this series, a year and a half prior to Ahsoka, I doubt that maybe, but there's also a chance that we could see her, then it could just be some stand-in actress, just in the background, just playing Hera, and, of course, if we see her pop up there, going to get a little hype going. Hera already got kind of a spike when she showed up in the leaked Ahsoka trailer. She went from like a $25 figure to about a $45 figure now, so now is definitely the time before it's too late. But we got Hera right there. Next up, guys, we got K2SO. This is one where it only makes sense for him to show up a little bit. Again, I mean, all based off the timelines, which apparently in Season 2, they're doing yearly blocks per 3 episodes to get all the way up to the Rogue One, timeline. So K2SO might not be a Season 1 character. Maybe same with like Bodhi Rook. I definitely know, the more I think about this, there's maybe a few of these guys, Bodhi Rook, K2SO, that could be a Season 2 character. But there's also a strong chance, again, it's all in the same timeline, all in the Rogue One brand, where, we could see any of these minifigures here. But that's basically that, guys. Again, I really don't think, at least in Season 1, we're going to see any lightsabers. I don't want to see any lightsabers. For what it's worth, I actually kind of want to get into the political side of things and truly just see what was this time era like. How did the Empire fully take over? And what was that like, on a planet basis. So there's all the figures and characters, I think. Let me know down below if I'm missing anything. But let's get into a few sets right here, guys. So a quick one right here, which I'll probably knock this right off the list right here, which I don't think we'll see it, is the Ghost. It's a possibility if Hera's in there. Again, we'll see the Ghost maybe behind her in her hangar bay or something like that. But for what it's worth, I don't think the Ghost is going to have a prominent enough, spotlight to really go up in value any more than it is. I mean, it's already like a $1,200 or like a $1,000 sealed set. So I don't know how much more that thing's going to be able to go up until we get a re-release eventually, which hopefully we do. Moving on, guys, to the 3 Rogue One sets. I think they're the most likely to show up in here. I think one is basically a give me. Second one being very likely, and third one, depends on a character. Moving on, guys, to the one that depends on a character would be Chronic Shuttle. Of course, the director Krennic shows up in here. We will see, the Chronic Shuttle, of course, which is, very cool. Very nice set. I really like that thing. I've got that thing in my collection. Have not had it built in a while. You'll want to rebuild it eventually, of course, clean it up. But we got that one. Next up, guys, the second least likely, or second most likely, I guess, would be the UWing. Again, if we see a battle or two in this series, I definitely think we're going to see some UWings. It only makes sense. Again, why put them in Rogue One if we're not going to put them in anything else? If we were to put them in any other piece of content, now is the time. And then moving on, guys, to the one that is pretty obvious, but again, probably people don't really care that much anyway, would be the Imperial hover tank. I can see it now. In one of those, town settings, having the hover tank fly through and just kind of, taking control like that, just like they did in Rogue One. Which I'm moving back to, I guess, 2 minifigures. I mean, some of the obvious ones, we saw some Mud Troopers in the series, or in the trailer, so there's no direct Mud Trooper minifigure. It's only Han Solo in Mud Trooper outfit, but Mud Troopers are in the series, and of course Death Troopers, we see them in the series, and those are not the easiest to come by anymore. So that's really everything I recommend picking up right now, guys. For me personally, I've luckily already got everything on here. Besides, like I said, I'm gonna go pick up a Mothma tonight. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet for about $20 and call it a day on that one. Other than that, though, guys, I've luckily got everything else. Hopefully, you guys have everything else, and the things you guys don't. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you guys want to spend the least amount of money on certain things for your collection, Now I think these are like your top 10 or 15 things you guys should probably be on the lookout for over the next month or two before before Andor season 1 ends, and definitely pick these up and add them to your collection, before they go up in price. Which again, everything goes in price eventually, but as we've seen in the past, a few of these things when they show up in a TV show or a movie, the price is literally 5x in a night. So let me know down below, guys, what else should we be picking up before the Andor series starts in about a month and a half from now. We have plenty of time, I think, still to pick up a few things, so let me know. So thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for us. See you guys later. Bye, guys, and stay safe.